Now let's talk about multiplying numbers in scientific notation. When multiplying numbers in scientific notation, multiply the coefficients together and add the exponents. So first we have 2 times 10 cubed times 5 times 10 squared. So start by multiplying the coefficients together, which are 2 and 5. So that gives you 2 times 5. And then we need to add the exponents, which are 3 and 2. So that gives you times 10 to the 3 plus 2 power. And when you're multiplying numbers, the exponents do not have to be the same. They can be different. So that gives you 2 times 5 is 10 times 10 to the 3 plus 2 is 5. That gives you 10 times 10 to the 5th. But 10 is not less than 10. So you need to move the decimal over one place to the left. So that becomes 1.0 times 10 to the 6th power. Because when you move a decimal point to the left, you're decreasing the value by a factor of 10. So you need to offset that by increasing the value of the exponent by 1. So the answer is 1.0 or 1 times 10 to the 6th power. Next we have 7 times 10 to the 9th times 3 times 10 to the negative 3rd. So start by multiplying the coefficients, which are 7 and 3. So that gives you 7 times 3. And then add the exponents, which are 9 and negative 3. So that gives you times 10 to the 9 plus the negative 3 power. And 7 times 3 is 21 times 10 to the 9 plus negative 3, and 9 plus negative 3 equals 6. But once again, the coefficient is greater than 10, so you need to move the decimal point one place to the left. So that becomes 2.1 times 10 to the 7th power. And that's the final answer. Now follow along as I solve these problems. Here I have 2.6 times 10 to the negative 3rd times 3.4 times 10 to the negative 6th. So I need to start by multiplying the coefficients, which gives me 2.6 times 3.4 times 10, and then add the exponents, which are negative 3 and negative 6. And 2.6 times 3.4 is 8.84 times 10, and negative 3 plus negative 6 equals negative 9. So the answer is 8.84 times 10 to the negative 9th power. Next I have 8.1 times 10 to the negative 7th times 5.9 times 10 to the 4th. So I need to start by multiplying the coefficients, which gives me 8.1 times 5.9 times 10 to the negative 7 plus 4. And 8.1 times 5.9 is 47.79 times 10, and negative 7 plus 4 equals negative 3. But here you can see that the coefficient is greater than 10, so you need to move the decimal point one place to the left. So the new coefficient becomes 4.779 times 10, and in this case, since you move the decimal point one place to the left, which made it 10 times smaller, you need to offset that by adding 1 to the negative 3. And negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2. So my final answer is 4.779 times 10 to the negative 2nd power. Now it's your turn to practice. Pause the video and solve the problems. And when you found your answers, click play. Here you have 3.5 times 10 cubed times 6.2 times 10 to the negative 8th. So start by multiplying the coefficients, which gives you 3.5 times 6.2 times 10, and now add the exponents, which are 3 and -8. So that becomes 3 plus -8. And 3.5 times 6.2 is 21.7 times 10, and 3 plus -8 is -5. But the coefficient is greater than 10, so move the decimal point one place to the left. So the coefficient becomes 2.17 times, and since you moved the decimal one place to the left, you need to add 1 to the exponent. And -5 plus 1 is -4. So the exponent becomes -4. So the final answer is 2.17 times 10 to the -4th. Next you have 1.1 times 10 to the -5th times 5.7 times 10 to the -1. So start by multiplying the coefficients, which gives you 1.1 times 5.7 times 10, and then add the exponents, which are -5 and -1. -5 plus -1. And 1.1 times 5.7 is 6.27 times 10, and -5 plus -1 is -6. So your final answer is 6.27 times 10 to the -6th power. Now it's time for more practice. Pause the video and solve the word problem. And when you found your answer, click play. An engineer needs to calculate the power output of a generator. The generator produces 4.2 times 10 cubed watts of power and is connected to a transformer that increases the power output by a factor of 6.8 times 10 to the 4th. What is the total power output of the generator after it passes through the transformer? In this case, you need to find the total power output of the generator after it passes through the transformer. But in this case, you need to multiply instead of adding, because the power output is being increased by a factor. So you would do 4.2 times 10 cubed times 6.8 times 10 to the 4th. And now you can multiply your coefficients, which are 4.2 and 6.8. Times 10, and then add your exponents, 3 and 4. And 4.2 times 6.8 is 28.56 times 10, and 3 plus 4 is 7, 10 to the 7th power. But the coefficient is greater than 10, so you need to move the decimal point one place to the left. So the new coefficient becomes 2.856 times 10, and in this case, since you moved the decimal point one place to the left, which decreased it by a factor of 10, you need to offset that by adding 1 to the exponent, and 7 plus 1 is 8. And then add the units, which are watts. So the total power output is 2.856 times 10 to the 8th watts. Hey, it's Nicholas, creator of Mathemy, and if you like this video and want to take your math skills to the next level, check out my online course, Pre-Algebra Made Easy. Whether you're preparing for algebra, geometry, or a standardized test like the GED, ASVAB, or GRE, this course is for you. Dive into interactive videos where you'll shadow me through problems, then take the reins to practice solo. Worried about making mistakes? Don't be. I'll walk you through each solution, making sure you understand every step. But it doesn't stop there. Quizzes, practice activities, and detailed answer keys will solidify your understanding. Cap it off with section tests and an end-of-course exam to showcase your new skills. Mastering pre-algebra is the key to future success in math and beyond. Click on the link in the description below to enroll now and start your journey to math mastery. I'll see you there!